What's up, everybody? I'm Adam Tanik, and this is...
I'm Chad Phillips.
And this is This Week in This Week in WIFFLE. And today we're going to talk a little bit about everything you missed. But first, last night, all the games were canceled.
Yeah, hailstorm. It was pretty crazy. Us Warbirds showed up about 40 minutes early. Skies were clear. Everybody was excited to get some BP in. And about halfway through BP, we just got hailed on. I mean, it ended up being 1.5 inches, 2 inches of snow on the ground by the time it was over.
I mean, if you're checking this out, look at the field. The field was covered in hail. And here's a clip of Jimmy pitching there through a strike.
He did. He was having fun out there in the snow. He was very disappointed that we weren't going to play in the snow.
I mean, here we are in Vegas in March. That's why I live here, so I can avoid snow and hail and stuff during the spring. So going back to some of the YouTube comments, we had a few videos come out this week. One was something Tom had put together. It was the 20 caught looking.
Yep.
I saw you saw that video.
It was pretty good.
Jonathan Dalby left a comment. So there's a James Dalby,
a Randy Dalby,
a John. How many Dalbys are they? Leave a comment because we're just not sure how many Dalbys there are. But we're going to see one of the Dalbys.
No, we're going to see two of the Dalbys.
Oh, two of the Dalbys. Okay.
One's bringing his own team for the tournament.
Okay.
And then Randy's going to be playing on the Warbirds tournament team.
Okay. Well, Jonathan left a comment. He was commenting on the pitch that Jim struck out one of the righties with. And,
I remember it. Yep.
And that pitch was nasty. I think Jim's still a little wild to be considered a top pitcher, but if he can keep doing that.
Top pitcher, he's kind of like Randy Johnson, though. He's pretty scary to face. You're just kind of hoping he walks you, maybe hoping to get something on the first pitch you can put in play, but you don't want to get down on Jim because he's just throwing filth out there and hoping it finds the zone. So.
Moving on. So last week's episode, we said leave comments if you want. We'll address them. And it was Dobbins left a comment. He actually thanked you, Chad, for having his back.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
I don't remember not having his back, or did I?
Well, I don't know. You didn't take him in the rookie draft there. That's...
I don't regret that.
But you took a whole bunch of ones and you didn't take him, so maybe he thinks you don't like him.
Did I get Ryan Chen in the...
You got a couple of them. You got Schmitty and Chen, I think.
You're done. You're done.
I think I took AK.
You got Jimmy, though.
Oh, yeah, I got Jimmy.
Yeah.
Come on, Jimmy. Can you hit a little bit for us?
Jimmy's a good hitter. He just has to...
He has to work on that approach a little bit. He's just up there flailing away at stuff. They're wiffle balls, Jimmy, not baseballs. You got to wait back a little bit.
In the comments, Dobbins was talking a little bit about the Taco League. The Taco League's going to be starting up next week. It's going to be pretty relaxed at first until we kind of get things going. It seems like some guys are pretty excited about that.
Oh, yeah, we're trying to actually get the PLW players that are not, eligible and top PLW pitchers to, we're going to pencil them all in on Tuesday. We're going to set up 3, 4, 5 games, and we're going to have some of the better PLW players who have struggled in the league to come down and make those opening starts for the Taco League. And hopefully we get 10 to 20 other guys who are interested and did not make PL teams that are going to come down. And we'll have a little draft. And maybe, the first week will be just unofficial just so we can get some games in. But we'll definitely be keeping some stats and trying to get some numbers into place there and seeing what's up.
Kind of like the AAA, the PLW, is only being 8 teams max. I think you kind of talk about how it's going to be, AAA or whatever. I think there's going to be some good competition. I've talked to a couple guys. They want to bring teams in because they don't want to play in the PLW. They want to play with their friends. They want to bring their own team. They want to get some experience. So when May 1st comes, they're going to be able to whoop up on whoever gets demoted that Saturday.
Yeah, those teams that end up in the bottom of the PLW will hopefully have some competition from this Tuesday league, and that maybe 1 or 2 really good teams have a chance to push themselves in and push one of the teams out of the PLW. It seems unlikely 2 teams would get pushed out, and that would be kind of a long shot in my opinion. But one of the teams could slip out, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I think people underestimate how good every team in the PLW is. The Stonemen might have struggled, but they're going to put it together. No one's going to beat the Stonemen on Saturday on May 1st. I'm willing to put in a bet now.
I said that a couple weeks ago as well. I don't think I think it's going to be really tough. Even if the Stonemen finish 7-35 or something, they're still going to get some valuable playing time and against teams that may be a little better than them. They're definitely improving. The defense is improving in general. They realize they've left some runs on the table and some mistakes. The same thing with the Tomahawks, making some defensive mistakes, costing them more than just a run or two, basically costing them games at times.
Sure. So moving on. So wanted to thank Pocket Radar for helping us a few weeks ago. They also sent a banner. They sent a banner. Let's see if we can get a shot of this without getting too crazy. Okay, there we go. How was the focus? We just got everything destroyed. All right, let's not do that again.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
So thanks, Pocket Radar. I want to talk a little bit about KJ.
KJ LaCroix. I've been pumping him up in our team chat for a month. I mean, he was like 2 for 25, and you can't get short-sighted looking at baseball in a small glass. You got to look at the big picture. And I've known KJ as a player all the way. He's just got to get a little something to get his confidence up. There's two types of hitters. There's a confident hitter and there's a not confident hitter, and they can be that same person one day versus another. And hopefully KJ's. He made an error in one of the initial weeks this season, and I screamed at him just because of how nonchalant he took the play and how big of a play it was for our team. And he got the message, and he's been getting better by the minute, never mind the day. Every at-bat. That was a triple header we played, and I had him in the 5-hole in that first game. And the second I saw him swinging the bat, we put him up in the leadoff spot. I pulled myself right out of the lineup, got KJ up there. You could tell he was going to have a good night. And then, he kind of won all 3 games for us. He just hit so well. Let's just go back to that first game. Warbirds flailing, lost 5 in a row, a little dissension amongst our team, and we're down 1-0, 2 outs in the last inning.
Well, first of all, tell everybody what was the condition of Monday night? Windy.
You know what, though? That first game that we played, we kind of caught a lull because you guys played 2, and it was whipping. And by the time your second game ended, the wind had kind of died a little bit, and we kind of had one nice light game. Sansone was able to throw that, almost throw a shutout. He was 1 pitch from a shutout, and KJ was able to shove a ball up the middle on him and tie that game at 1. We all know the Warbirds don't lose in extra innings, and we were able to get that run in the bottom of the 6th. I believe it's 13-0-2 lifetime in extras. Just the craziest PLW stat that exists, to be honest with you. It might only be 11-0-2. I'm going to have to look deeper into that, but it's a pretty phenomenal number in extra innings we are.
I went back and looked at some of KJ's swings. He's still real long in his swing. The hits that he had, especially the home run, was a slow pitch. So just this big, long swing compared to some of the other hitters who are very short to the ball. Maybe that was because he was facing a slower pitcher, or maybe that's because he's not going to be able to adjust to some of the faster pitching.
Well, after those games, he hit a game-winning single and 2 basic game-winning home runs for us, and he was still telling me I had to check his swing out. I was like, are you crazy, man? You're on fire now. Just stick with what you got. But
still a long swing.
It's too long, KJ. Adam says it's too long. That might be the only advice you need. You might just need to watch the podcast, and you can just keep hitting home runs. Hopefully that's the way we go here, because if you're going to hit like that, we're not going to lose many games.
You're not always going to have Nick lobbing them up there for you, too.
Well, I believe he hit a home run against 3 different pitchers, to be honest with you.
Okay. Oh, that's fair.
But it might have been Nick twice, and the third. One of the home runs. No, he only hit 2 home runs.
2 home runs.
And they were off 2 different pitchers.
Okay.
He got Billy in that 5-run outburst in the first inning.
Okay. Billy has given up a lot of home runs, but still, you got to earn it.
Hey, I lead the league in home runs allowed, so you know.
Yeah. I'm talking about good pitchers, though.
I've thrown a lot of innings, and a lot of solo bombs that didn't really hurt the team too much at times. But I've given up more home runs than I'd like to give up, just for the record.
Well, Greg Maddux used to let some hitters get some hits sometimes on some pitches. That way he can mix it up when it really mattered.
Yeah, he felt bad, too.
Well, speaking of KJ, moving on to TikTok, his video is doing okay on TikTok. I think Ryan Shen's video of the bat that he had last week has gone viral. There's been a lot of comments. So some of the comments, you have Billy, we were just talking about Billy facing Ryan Shen on the video that went viral. Everyone swears that Billy looks like Jason Segel.
Oh, really?
Do you know who Jason Segel is?
I have no idea.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah,
Jason
I don't watch
Segel.
much TV.
If we can get a picture, if we haven't done that already, up here with Jason Segel and Billy, I can kind of see the resemblance. Someone else commented, Chalk in the Land 216. Yeah, it was another one that said he looked like Jason Segel. Someone also thought he looked like Jesse from Breaking Bad.
No, I don't watch much TV, like I said.
Breaking Bad, though.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, all right,
I'm not
all
there.
right. Ryan Redbeard asked what kind of camera we were using. We use a little bit nicer cameras. The one for center field, what kind of camera is that, Casey?
That's a 60 Mark II.
A 60 Mark II, that's a Canon? A Canon 60 Mark II. Just get a little bit better than, GoPro's more for wide angle, where we use a nice zoom lens on the Canon and zoom in to get that better quality. Some other comments. Yeah, just that one at bat. If you haven't seen it, go to TikTok. Watch the at bat that Shin has against Billy. He lays off some nice pitches, fouls some pitches off. There's this split finger that Billy kind of threw. He was just right over the zone and just dipped, and Ryan was able to lay off. And that was the moment that he won the at bat right there.
Nice.
All right, so yeah, moving on from TikTok. If you haven't followed us on TikTok, go there. Follow us now. I think we're over 2,000 followers on TikTok now. That's our biggest platform.
Awesome.
Let's see. So looking at some of the games on Monday, so we had Sand Vipers versus the Ones, that first game. The win was just insane. We got through the first couple innings, and then we're moving into the top of the third, and we're down 8-2. And that was after, I think we walked like 7 guys.
Yeah, you walked. They had a few hits for sure, though. I don't know if you walked 7 guys in the game. So that inning, I want to say you walked 4 or 5.
Well, we went through all of our pitchers that inning.
Oh, maybe it was all that inning then. Yeah,
that
okay.
inning, and I'm sitting there at second base thinking, oh my God, this is insane. Like, we have what I thought was the best pitching staff. Well, at least the deepest pitching staff. I don't think anyone can argue that. And we just like walk, and now we're on our closer, and it's like, is this going to end?
Yeah.
It just throwing the ball into the wind. It's gusting. Like, sometimes you're trying to throw it hard just to get it there, and then the wind dies down, then it's too fast, and then you're just trying to get it in there, and the wind blocks it before it even gets to the plate. It was insane. We come back in that inning, and I got my team together. I said, look, if we don't score 13 runs here, we're not winning this game. And I was proud of my guys. They kind of got together.
You kind of just all stood around up at the plate having a little, some tea and crumpets up there and walked about 12 times?
I mean, I was looking to close this gap in the home run lead. So there wasn't a single close pitch that I was taking.
Yeah, you couldn't wipe the smile off of Casey's face either with all those walks.
Oh, my God.
He's smiling still 3 days later after that.
Yeah, I'm glad we have the 15-run rule. I mean, it worked in our favor then. I mean, even on the other side, if there's just going to be a crazy windy day, like, no one wants a 30-run.
Yeah, no, it's a great rule.
Yeah.
15 runs is a lot of runs. And if you can't, in any way, shape, or form, prevent that from happening, then you really deserve to lose. I don't care if it's 15-13 in the second. It's just that's becomes the new battle of who can get there first, and you got to find a way to get a couple of outs and get back to the plate.
Second game was a little different. It was more of a pitcher's battle. Like, I don't know if maybe the wind died down a little bit in that second game. Shin came out and just kind of pitched to Jim.
Yeah.
Like, kind of held us down to the end. He got that second walk.
I believe he made a mistake right there by going to AK after that second walk. I think Schmitty should have come right in there, and you guys were able to put 3 straight hits together against Adam, and that tied the game up. And then they put Schmitty in for the bottom of the inning.
Trench didn't care.
Trench, I didn't even know that Schmitty was in. Trench hit a pitch over the fence in 1.5 seconds and then we're like, wow, Schmitty pitched. I had to go in and change it, and it was a very impressive shot by Trench there over the wall.
Right down the middle. I mean, Smitty just wanted to get ahead and then kind of work the count, and Trench didn't wait. So let's take a look at the teams. Sand Vipers now, I don't know how. What are we, 15-3?
15-3, yes.
I don't know how we're 15-3. A lot of one-run games.
Sequencing. Short-term sequencing in baseball. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Some of the comments there below this video right now are saying that it's the management. The Sand Vipers management is just off the charts.
I thought I heard that about the Warbirds management too, but I can't remember.
Oh, Chris Warfield says that, you're the best manager. Yeah.
Did he? I don't
yeah,
know. Nice.
he won't tell you, but he
Okay.
messages me all the time.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. I would show you, but they're all deleted. Yeah, it's on Telegram. Is that what it's called? Let's see. All right, so moving on to Calicos. How do you think about the Calicos? They're in second place right now. Do you think they're going to be able to stay there?
Absolutely. I mean, Stein's getting more fired up by the week, and it seems like he's going to try and make a good, I don't know, he might make 25 to 30 games, it seems, this season. And if he's going to be out there throwing, I mean, we have 3 against them on Monday, and we were looking to just move a couple to Saturday just to avoid facing Stein possibly. But we couldn't get that done. It looks like we're going to have all 3 against him on Monday. And let's see if our approach against him can be better than a couple of the other teams is, and maybe we can get a couple runs on the board. I've been successful myself pitching against the Calicos in the past. They definitely have an intimidating lineup, and they're all a little better. I haven't seen the Calicos since the semifinal season 1, which was a good 6 weeks ago, I want to say. So we'll see. This could be a really interesting triple header on Monday.
Well, you mentioned they had an intimidating offense. I just got some news. It sounds like AJ just got his vaccination paperwork for COVID, so now he's good. He's cleared in about a week to come over and join that lineup. How do you feel about facing AJ in this league?
Oh, he's tough, man. He was. I mean, we got touch of him in the Wednesday half-speed league, and he was clearly the best player in that league quickly. And I don't know. He's tough to face. You just gotta try and get ahead and hope to put him away somehow, but he doesn't swing and miss, and he's got a ton of power, so he could really make that Calicos team. If Stein and AJ both show up with Nick, Matty, and Alex, that is the best team in the league in my opinion right now, and it hasn't come together yet, and we'll see if it does.
All right, right now, name the top 3 right-hand hitters in the league with AJ. Go.
The top 3 right-handed hitters in the league? Matty Levine is not far away, in my opinion, and Taylor Briner looks pretty good up there. I'm not sure.
Well, who's number 1? Start with number 1. Who's number 1?
Stevenson's probably still number 1, I think.
Stevenson made a post. It was a table much like this, and underneath it said, "The hardest thing to do in any sports is to hit a baseball."
I think he's still number 1, though. No? Is he dipped?
He's not even top 5.
Wow. That happened quick.
Yeah.
It happened quick. I was supposed to go review all the stats today, so I knew, but he's caught me off guard here. I'm going to say Matty Levine is one of the top 3 batters for sure.
Okay, who's number 1?
Who's number 1? I got to think through the teams here. It's hard. Is my own Matt Patricus number 1? I don't think he is. I think Matty Levine's hitting a little better than him.
I mean, if you had to pick 3 right-handed hitters to win a game right now, who do you pick? I'll take it over. Shen, AJ, Patricus.
Okay. Chen's swinging for the fences, though. I'm not sure yet if he's...
If you get some guys there before him, that's fine. He can keep swinging for the fences. If you get, some on-base guys there.
Pewter's been hotter than Patricus as of late.
Yeah, but, if Pewter's facing a team with decent pitching, they're not going to give him anything to hit.
You're probably
Easy
right.
out, Pewter, done.
Don't worry, we got the approach, and it's a work in progress. But he's really working on it. He even texted. The first thing he texted to us, "I walked twice tonight, guys."
Okay, okay, he's aware of it.
He's aware.
I mean, the thing is, he's still tough. I can rag on him about that, but I might try to come up and in to set him up to get him that low and away, and all of a sudden I gave up a double on a pitch at his head.
Yep.
He's just an unpredictable hitter, kind of like Vladdy. I want to see him hit one on a bounce.
He might just do it. So might Stevenson too, as well.
Yeah.
Stevenson's just a free swinger up there.
All right, moving down the list to the order in the standings. At third place, we have the Warbirds at 10-7. Do you think the Warbirds are going to stick around in third place? How are you feeling now?
Feeling pretty good. We're all right. KJ's developing, and I still think he's a good little ball player. And we got enough hitting and enough pitching to hang around above 500 and make a move in the playoffs. Randy Dalby's coming down next week. It looks like he's going to get 5 games in for us, a triple header against the Sand Vipers, which he's looking forward to. And we're also going to luck out and get him for 2 games against the Ones, which really sounds like a good thing because although I do have a plan to work their lineup when I do pitch against them, it'll be good to have an actual just skilled pitcher out there. He's been practicing with the unscuffed back home, and I think he's ready to make his mark on this league in a quick weekend series.
Being 6'6" too, the toughest pitchers I faced have been the taller guys. Brandon, even Shen. So 6'6" is going to close that gap pretty quick. It might be really tough to hit off of him.
Yeah, Chen had you guys off balance the other night. If he didn't walk himself out of there, I think that could have been. It looked like they were going to put you away. I mean, when they were up 8-2 in the first game, it was still like, I don't know if they can get this done. But when they were up 3-0 in the fourth of that second game, then it was like, okay, the ones are a favorite right now in this game for sure. And if they can just get 5 more outs, yeah, they were a $2 favorite for a couple of minutes there at least. But you guys answered the bell, and nothing new at all. And the ones
Some incredible pitching from the Sandvipers that second game too.
not so much the first game. What happens? You start, you suck, you relieve, you're great. I don't
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
It's all the same shit, Adam.
It really is, yeah.
Right.
I'll have to figure it out at some point. Speaking of which, I have gone to a new bat.
Okay.
After Shen hit 20 million home runs, he's using a little heavier bat with tape. So to talk about kind of the bats and stuff, this is a bat that I put together and tried out. I was getting jammed a little bit.
Hey, Chen even got one of those home runs off of you.
Yeah. My second home run I gave up this year, yeah. Let's see. So we have this to kind of test bats. As long as it can go through the hole, then it's fine. And so those are the rules we have right now that we're going to run with through this season. We want a lot of input from everybody and feedback at the end of the season if we want to continue to allow this much tape, if we want to put a limit. So what we're thinking is have a weight limit, and then it has to fit through this. And I think that should be solid.
I'm going to say that's about 12 ounces, but that's just a guess. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. The main goal that I wanted to eliminate is the moonshot bats. And why I like the moonshot bats, they're $250, and I've bought like 10 of them, and they break, and I don't want people to feel pressured that they need to have a moonshot bat and spend $250 to compete in this league. So with this, you can get a bat for $5. You can put tape on it however you want and still be competitive and have a lot of different options.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I didn't, to be honest, when this season started, I wasn't a big fan of how he was setting this tape stuff up, but it's working out well. And I mean, the bat is still thin, and you still got to catch the sweet spot to hit a home run. It's not like all of a sudden I'm hitting home runs because I got this heavy bat. Like I'm just not. So. And
it gives options. I think you can have the heavy or the light, and just.
Yep, it definitely gives a lot of options, and people feel like they have their own bats, and they can make their own bats. Mm-hmm. And if you're slumping, you can mix it up. And there's about 40 bats out there right now, and they're all different. So It's pretty cool, actually. I use the same blank bat every time I swing, basically, with no tape on it, just because I like how light it is, and I'm not trying to bicep up with these pitches. I'm just trying to flick, and we'll see if I can learn how to hit one of these days.
So before we end the show, we're going to go with Player of the Week, but first we're going to run through the rest of the teams. So Bombers in 4th place. I'm sure TJ's not too happy about that. You really want to be top 3 when the season ends.
It's so tight, though. It's so tight. The top 5 or the top 4 actually are right there. No, 2, 3, 4 are right there because you guys have separated. 2, 3, 4 is right there. 5, 6 are close, and then 7's kind of fallen off. The Tomahawks a little bit, but Stevenson's aware of this, and he's a gamer, and he's one of the nastiest pitchers in this league. If he can throw strikes, he's the last guy that I want pitching on the mound for sure. He's a monster out there. He's got that screwball, that overhand screwball. It's so filthy.
I don't know if he doesn't have a lot of confidence in his pitching or what it is. He's an excellent pitcher. He's just not doing it enough.
He's confident until he gets down in the count. Sometimes I feel, and then he kind of tries to give up a little bit when he gets down, and it just gets worse from there. He's just got to trust your stuff in wiffle ball. Once you try and finesse the wiffle ball, you can't aim. You got to just let it go.
We might need to get Stevenson a book on poker tilt. And that's what helped me a lot in my baseball career. When I started playing poker, I learned about tilt, and I took that into the mound, and that really changed everything for me. Yeah,
you could see that with him. He denies it still, but you could see on that opening week that he was getting frustrated that it wasn't as easy as he thought it might be. Although he's still a great hitter and a great pitcher and a pretty damn good third baseman out there, so he'll figure it out. He's still one of the all-stars in this league.
Like you had mentioned earlier, the biggest downfall of the Tomahawks right now is you take the Tomahawks and the ones, you break them down, and there's one clear, huge, glaring weakness for both teams. Tomahawks, defense.
Yep.
When you look at the ones, what is their biggest glaring weakness?
Pitching.
On-base percentage.
Really?
Their on-base percentage is in the low 200s.
Oh, wow.
The league average is in the mid 300s. So they're 100 points below the league average in on-base percentage. If you can't get people on base, you're just not going to win.
The one thing I would like to say about the stats as they've developed is that they look as a whole exactly like Major League Baseball right now. It's ridiculous. The league batting average, the whip against the pitchers across the league, like it's obviously exaggerated a little bit with the good teams sucking up a lot of the good and some of the bad teams sucking up a little more of the bad. But when it's all averaged out, everything is really tight right now. You know, as players get better at this, we may have to tighten the rules up a little, knock the 5 seconds down possibly, or there's a few other things we could do to tighten things up. Not allowing this running home to make throws for sure at some point. But as for right now, our stats are on point, and we're just going to keep running with what we got.
One thing I'm curious about, if anyone's still watching and would leave a comment on this, I'm wondering if we eliminate the force out at first base.
It's interesting. You always have to come home to get the out. On the double plays, it's definitely been noticed. It's a little cheesy to get that quick around the horn, 5 seconds. It's easy. It's so much more challenging having to throw that double play home to the backstop. This past week, I had it at 17 attempted double plays. 1 was turned, and it was by the Calicos, and it was that around the horn with Joe Kutha covering first to finish it, and they got that double play.
I had actually the ones turned a double play. Adam Coots off a ball that I hit. So yeah, there's 2 double plays.
Okay. Maybe there was one coming home. Okay.
Yeah, he just kind of really ran forward and made that good hard throw and got there even against the wind.
I would just remember a whole bunch of double play throws. I mean, the wind obviously played a big part of that, but I think Casey tried a couple, didn't get him there, and AK tried a couple, didn't get him there.
It looks like we are time for Player of the Week, and this was Tom. So Tom decided for Player of the Week this week. Okay, so we're going to start with honorable mention, which is KJ. KJ had 2 home runs, had a 1.2 OPS. What stood out with KJ is his 8 RBIs. He had the most RBIs out of anyone. Next up is Nick DeVella, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. What stood out with his performance was 11 total bases, and these aren't in any order. And the last...
What stood out with Nick for me this week was the smile on his face after a couple of his home runs.
Yeah.
He was, because he's been slumping, and he was really happy to produce.
Yeah.
Because I gave him a little crap about it, and he immediately just stepped it up. So, good job, Nick DeVilla.
And our next honorable mention, he probably won't be happy about this, but Ryan Shen... hit 400 this week, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 2,000 OPS. But unfortunately, this week went to same as last week. Congratulations to a pitcher, Chad Phillips. You're getting kind of quiet there, like you might have known it was coming.
I kind of started feeling it once you threw Chen out there. Wow, I'm surprised. That pitching in that wind was... Geez, man, I didn't even think I could throw a strike about 6 or 7 different times out there, but somehow I got it done. Well,
the numbers speak for themselves. 8 innings pitched, 14 Ks, getting 2 wins. I mean, we didn't have a full week, so getting the 2 wins is nice. Low, a 7.5 whip and 1 ERA. Very solid.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I feel if we played 2 more games last night, it was going to be tough to hold on to that because, but...
Yeah, well, try harder, Shen. Pitch better. Be a pitcher, I guess. But that was Tom picking Player of the Week. So from now on, we'll have Tom handing us the honorable mentions and Players of the Week from there. But yeah, it looks like that's our show. You have anything to add?
No, not at all. I think we had a pretty good week, and I think we got a thick schedule coming up in the next couple weeks. These cancellations, some weekend games, and we're going to really, when we come back here 14 days from now, we'll really have the standings will really have been sorted out, and we'll have a good idea where we're going.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Taco League Tuesdays. Let's get out here, boys. If you want to play wiffle ball, have a chance to be in the PLW someday, let's go through the Taco League, have some fun. We'll have some real stats out there for you guys, and should be good.
Yep. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Twitch if you haven't already, and check out our social media links in the description below. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you later.